Gentlemen, like I said before, I am very new to this entire scene of politics and the history and all of these things. Now, I have long heard of the shortcomings of the DPP. You understand? And I've heard it from vloggers. I have seen inactions from her in situations where she should extend the use of her massive powers against the government of Jamaica, or individuals in the government of Jamaica where prosecution cases are concerned. Happy Sunday, Black Barbie. She has been quiet in the appointment of Dennis Chung. She has been quiet, but we see where the Auditor General being removed from the Integrity Commission is something that she openly championed. How you doing, Sassy? You say? Me turn it around and push it back in, you know me done? Anyway, I came across this clip. It appears that the DPP has been questioned by her peers. And I'm talking about peers that have high levels of qualification that could even take her job. You understand? They have been questioning her credibility and integrity. Listen to this. Listen to this.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
And a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com.
Up first this evening, a battle is brewing between the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP Paula Llewellyn, and Senior Deputy DPP Cathian Pike. In a letter to the government, Ms. Pike not only called for a new DPP...
Hold on there. Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. No, she said what? The DPP means Duppy Palm Picture. Jesus. Disney crowd.
That is funny, honey.
Disney crowd.
That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
People, remember say later this evening conference, you know, so you know, say me a stream live. I think I the one in a Sentan. Them a show. Mighty God, last time dangerous.
DPP, but appealed for an investigation into the operations of the office.
But as Kelisha Williams reports, Ms. Llewellyn fired back, describing Ms. Pike as a bully who has always been bitterly resentful and upset that she is not the boss.
It's a clash between prosecutors. First, Senior DPP Cathian Pike sent a letter to the Prime Minister and the Justice Minister not to extend the tenure of DPP Paula Llewellyn and select a new DPP.
Now, Andrew, why you never listen to the senior judicial individual prosecutor, senior prosecutor? Feel the prosecutor write to you, the Prime Minister, and the government, and tell us, don't extend our tenure. Want to see why people believe, say, you and the DPP is in bed, so to speak. Not literally, figuratively. Want to see why people believe, say, the DPP is here to defend Andrew Holness at all costs and his government. Want to see why? The way how you guys have gone to bat for the DPP to get an extension. Want to go to court and want to do appeal. Alright, that's some my bononos. See? Mighty God.
She stressed that there is a plethora of problems plaguing her office which should be investigated. One, Ms. Pike said she and other prosecutors have concerns about the growth and validity of the office under Llewellyn's leadership. In fact, she said some prosecutors have expressed a lack of confidence in her leadership. Two, Ms. Pike indicated that under the office of the current director, the office has consistently lost some of the most gifted leaders legal minds, and the attrition rate has never been as high as currently being experienced in the past 7 years in the history of the office.
No, people, Paula Llewellyn and Andrew Owens have a lot in common. In Jamaica, we have lost some of the most gifted minds. And the attrition rate has never been higher in the past 10 years in Jamaica. Everybody is leaving. The teacher, them, the nurse, them, the doctor, them. All Nigel Clark left. Even after getting 300% increase. How embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
Pick up yourself, Nelson. The word is love. Eh? No, this big up Cathy and Pike. That lady is still alive? I hope she's still alive in a car. You know. I hope she's still alive. Big up Cathy and Pike and her family. Thank you for standing up and standing out. The people them don't trust the DPP. Our own colleague them. Mighty God.
And she indicated that there are many persons seeking to leave. 3, she noted that of the 56 prosecutors employed to the office of the DPP, less than 50% have experience of 5 years and over. She noted in an era of trial readiness and case management, inexperienced prosecutors are being asked to represent the state's interest in complex and serious cases.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine somebody that does underwater welding, deep sea underwater welding, where them build them crane there and them something, and a man will just come out of school, them just let him go on the job. And that basically Miss Spike I say DPP are doing, I put inexperienced prosecutors on the big case them. Who does that? Complex cases. Who does that? And when we look at her utterances in the cartel case in the Privy Council, these allegations that are levied against her are not far-fetched. You would take to want to believe Miss Cathy Ann Pike, a senior prosecutor, in what she's saying. And the way how the DPP responded to her, it lets me know that, it doesn't let me know, it lets me believe that Miss Cathy Ann Pike is right about everything she said about the DPP. She's actually accurate. That's my belief. Wanna listen?
She also cited the absence of the prosecutors from the DPP's office appearing before the UK-based Privy Council since 2008. Ms. Pike suggests the government conduct a poll to find out whether the members of staff are in support of Llewellyn's leadership.
Did the government ever do that? Did the government conduct a poll? I think that would have been a constructive thing to do, yes? Did the government construct a poll amongst the prosecutors to see whether or not they wanted Paula Llewellyn to continue? Did they do that? I doubt it. But if anybody knows, let me know.
But hours after the letter dropped on Friday, another bombshell, which saw DPP Paula Llewellyn in defense mode. In a 6-page response, Ms. Llewellyn said although she's an experienced prosecutor, Ms. Pike has always been bitterly resentful, extremely upset, and expressed feelings of hurt and disrespect to me and other members of staff because she has not been placed to head a unit. Ms. Llewellyn noted that in her efforts to be fair, she has persevered with Pike and ignored her behavior. In another twist, Ms. Llewellyn said it is only she and other senior deputies who have been successful in not being target of her bullying and intimidation.
So Paula Llewellyn, these things where the ladies say I do, you not address it. The ladies say people are left the job, the brightest legal mind them. You talk about say the lady a bully. The lady say you put inexperienced people for serious complex court cases. In your response, you know, I just know that, you know, you take it personal. You just focus, you try to shift our minds to the lady does not like you, and that's why she has said what she has said. But you never address what she actually said, and that lets me believe the lady is the truth she talking. I believe the lady is talking the truth about Paula Llewellyn. I believe Paula Llewellyn was massively exposed at this point. I am just watching this video for the second time. You understand? I was watching an old video from Mystic Sensation. I think it was a year ago. When you remember when Marky G, they did walk out of Parliament, and Marky G did finish his speech outside on Duke Street, on the corner there, so yes. I watched that video reaction from Mystic Sensation. I watched that full video last night. I tell you, said God working in mysterious ways. And this is one of the video them that I came across and looked up. And I said, I'm going to do a reaction to this video. Because this is crazy. This is flabbergasting. Listen to this.
Her behavior. In another twist, Ms. Llewellyn said it is only she and other senior deputies who have been successful in not being target of her bullying and intimidation. As it relates to the DPP's office at the Privy Council, Ms. Llewellyn said the information as it relates to the representations in the Privy Council would never be revealed to Ms. Pike, as it would only be revealed on a need-to-know basis. She indicated that her HR director has advised that they will have to invite the Office of the Services Commission to conduct a full investigation into the unprofessional conduct of Ms. Pike, which has put the office into disrepute in order to rid the process of any semblance of bias and ascertain the truth concerning this matter. Kelisha Williams.
So in a year, I know she not address the two issues them that the lady mentioned about her. But we now go overstress Paula Llewellyn, you know. I think the verdict is in on Paula Llewellyn. And the prophecy is there on Paula Llewellyn. And if you don't believe me, you go subscribe to me, Bolo TBV page, where me drop all I throwback video them. You understand? All I really important throwback video them. Subscribe to all of my patient people. See? Yeah, man. Every one of them. Just subscribe. If you miss it here, you don't miss it there. But you see Bolo VNR and Bolo TBV, them two channel there, and then put the throwback videos them on. Every day, at least one throwback video. But important to, you never see, a lot of the times it correlates with some things we are going on right now. The Integrity Commission, all of that. You understand? The corruption in the government, the nepotism, the cronism, all of that. Mr. Patricia says she will want to come home because America mash up babes. We are praying, say the people them come out in them massive numbers. More at 20% alone at Jamaica not supposed to come out. Me I go left 20% at uno where just don't believe in another government them and now come out come vote. Me I go left uno to ignorance because I know say they want out there. You see rest of uno. And then I say I'm not going to say you're ignorant. Because you have some Rasta who believe in some different other things that I'm sure are there. And they will never vote. And I understand their position. But, you see for the people then, we decide we are voter, may I talk to Uno. People who come out early and vote and go on the yard. We have to vote out these people. This syndicate, this you understand? This body of people, this group, they got to go. We have to free up Jamaica, man. Jamaica, we have to rescue Jamaica. Alright, let me know what you think about that in the comment section. See?